Hey mamas, I really do hope that you're having an amazing time in New York, but in the meantime, I just wanted to send you like a very quick 10 to 15 minute tutorial about how to use InDesign. It's really easy. It's similar to Photoshop, but it's not the same, you know? So I just wanted to show you exactly how I got started. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning, like if we're starting from scratch. So for me right now, I'm just gonna go to File, New Document. But let's say that you open InDesign for the very first time. This is what you want to do. When you open it, you're always going to get this same window. You're going to click on this tab up here, Web. Don't just go straight into changing all the stuff here. Go to Web. And then here on the units, let me just zoom in just a little tad bit so you can see. Here on units, I like to change it to points. And then for the width, it's gonna be 1920. And then here for the height, it's gonna be 1080. So it's longer this way, shorter this way. Keep it on landscape. Make sure that these two boxes right here are unchecked. You don't want to have the checks. And for me, I'm going to show you, just keep it as one. Some people like to start with like 50 pages and whatever, but I like to start with one, and I'm going to show you the easy way that I get multiple pages like super quick. Then here for the margins, usually you want to do like a 1/2 inch, but I like to have bigger margins. I like to play with like a 1/4 inch. Oh my god, why is it not clicking it? So with points, it's 72 points. And because this is clicked already, when I click outside of here, all of them are going to be uniform. So the margins are going to stay the same on each side. And then from here, you're going to click create. So you see, oh, let me just zoom out just a little bit. So here is my page now. And then before you get started on anything, go up here to this window tab. I hope you can see that. Let me see. Go up here to the window tab. Click, go to workspace, and then here you're always gonna have to click Essentials Classic. And what this does is ultimately it lays out the program the way that you see here. So you'll have your tools over here, and then you'll have like your library. No, this is not your library. This is like the workspace or whatever. I don't know what you call it. It's like the tray or something, kind of like how we have on SketchUp and shit. Anyways, so you can set it up like that. But now let me go back to my actual portfolio so that you don't have to see all of this shit. So that is how I set up my page, my margins and all that stuff. So just like Photoshop, over here on the T is how you create text. So you click it, you make a little text box, you fix your size and your font, and you can start typing, right? Now, one thing that I do want to say is always click on this black arrow, the black icon. I don't know what this white one is for, but I always use the black one, and that one always works. When you pick the white one, it's for something else, and I really don't remember what it's for. But let me just delete that for now. And the way that I like to add more pages is forget that this thing here exists. Don't click on this, because this is going to make your life a fucking nightmare. Ignore this one. What you're going to do is, okay, so let's say that I only had this page and nothing else. None of these would exist right now. This would be completely empty. It would just be this one page. So what I'm going to do is right click, and then you're going to click on duplicate spread. Right now, I'm not going to do it right now, because it's going to just throw me off in my order. But when you do that, your next page is going to be the exact same. So when I did that, it gave me this exact same thing, and then I changed it, and I did my table of contents. Okay, I haven't done it yet. I duplicated it, and then I changed it a little bit. So I have my title for the categories now. And then I duplicated. And then here is where I really started to change things. But as soon as you figure out how you want your layout to be for every single page, this is going to be super easy. So the first thing that is different here is my margins here. You see how this square is not all the way over here? The way that I change this is by going up here. Let me just zoom in a little bit before I show you. You're gonna go here to layout, and you're gonna go to your margins and columns. Here, why is it like that right now? Because I'm not technically I'm not on the correct page, but let me double click on the same page that I'm on. So when you go here to the margins, now you can see it. Technically I was still on my other page on the very first one, so it didn't show, but now that I have clicked that I am actively on this page, it shows here that on the right margin I wanted it to be 350 points. 350 points, how much is that? That should be like, I don't know, I think that's like 1.5 inches or something. I like to do that so that I can have all of these little details on the side. So if you want to just copy that, do that. You could always play around with this number, and you can have 300, you can have 280, whatever you are comfortable with. But this to me seems pretty good. So I clicked OK. Right now I'm going to just cancel because I don't need to change anything. So that is how I changed that margin right here. Okay, and then you can have your text here. You can figure out the spacing for this. The way that I did that is by doing guides and rulers. So let me show you again. You're going to go back here to layout, and you're going to go here to create guides. These guides are going to help you to like space things out nicely and evenly, so you don't have to like eyeball anything. So just for these purposes, let me just zoom in just a little bit more. So this pretty much just I'm gonna have to zoom out anyway. Let me just zoom out right now. How many rows do you want? How many columns do you want? So let's say I want four rows. Let's say I don't want rows. Let's say I want columns. I want 3 or whatever. Oh, it didn't do it like that. Oh, there we go. So like that, you know. So the way that I spaced this thing out is I think I did 4 right here. 4 or 3. I don't remember what I did, dude. Oh, you know what I did? I did 4. But then this is important too. So you can have your ruler set to the actual page. So right now, these guides are divided evenly based on the size of the page, because it says so right here. But if I do margins, it's going to be based on this little square right here, this pink square. So that's what I did. And so when I made my little text boxes, I just did it to the edge of this line and then this line. Now this little gap in between is your gutter, and you can decide how thick or thin you want that. So in this case, let's say that I want to make the spacing really, really big, you know, and it's the same thing if I was to do it with columns. So just remember that. And so that's how you get your guides, because you don't want to be eyeballing anything. So let's just cancel this because I don't need it. That's how I did that. And then for this right here, it's just a little image that I found on the internet. Just like click, just type out like home icon or whatever. Find something that you like and insert it here. Now we're gonna get to the fun part now. How do you insert an image and how do you get it to look nice and all that stuff? So let me just zoom in over there. You see this little rectangle with an X? You're gonna click on this. This is the rectangle frame tool. And now let me zoom back out. You're gonna make a little square, whatever, it doesn't matter. Now here is where you add your image, and your image is gonna be as big as this frame is. So let's just go to my thing right here, and let's say that I want to insert my floor plan. This is my floor plan. Ooh, I don't want to rename it. Oh, bitch. Okay, let's go to floor plan. You just literally drag and place. So you see how mine are still PDFs? You're fine. If your images are still PDFs, you're fine. You don't have to have a JPEG or or a PNG or none of that shit. It could be a PDF and you're still fine. Okay, so this is my floor plan, and you see how it's zoomed into like a toilet, like this bathroom. What I'm gonna do now is, I don't really know the quick command, but let's go back to the arrow. Make sure that your frame is clicked on. Okay, now you're gonna right click and you're gonna go here to fitting. Fit content proportionally is gonna be the second one. Don't click on this one, click on the second one. And now I get my entire image to fit the frame proportionally. I think the other, I don't know what the other one is for, but all I remember is that it's the second one. So your image is gonna look, it's gonna fit nicely without being pixelated or anything. But sometimes, right now it is a little pixelated. Sometimes when you put your image in here, it is gonna be pixelated. So what do? Make sure that your frame is selected the way that it is. You see these little squares? Now you're gonna right click again and you're gonna go down here to display performance, and you have to go to high quality display. Boom. Did you see how I changed a little bit? First it was pixelated and now it's not. Even when it's a very small image like that, InDesign is gonna try to like compress your file by compromising the quality of your image. So be sure that with every single image, even if it looks nice to you, make sure that it's in high quality, because remember how the jurors are gonna have our portfolios playing in that big ass TV. Make sure that all your images are looking nice. So that's how I do it. And that's how you get your images here. That's how you get the little image in here. So now that this is selected, I'm just gonna delete it because I don't need it. And again, because you don't wanna have to redo all this formatting at all. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go here to the page that you're at. You're gonna right click, duplicate spread. So let's pretend that I did. The next page is this one. You see how it's exactly placed in the same spot, whatever. That's how I go about it. Oh, BT dubs, this little box right here doesn't have to be there. This is just for my purpose. Like, I wanted to put it in there. I don't think I saw anybody put an objective or a description of the project. I just wanted to put it in there because why not, you know? So then when I continue on, just change the information from the course, the professor, the semester, what it's about, whatever. So anyways, but here's a good example of those guides that I was telling you about, how I was able to like space out these drawings super nicely without having to eyeball anything. I guess same for here-ish. I divided this into 4 like that. And then I just kind of made this a little bigger or smaller, however I wanted it to look. And just like that, like, it's super easy, dude. It's really not that hard. And oh, okay, let me tell you something. So remember how back here, I'm going back to the order. This is the current page that I'm on, technically, one of these drawings, right? But now that I'm coming forward and I want this exact same one, but I don't want to like duplicate this one, you can always go back to like page, this is my page 3, right? Click on it, duplicate, and guess what? The page is not going to be immediately after here. The new page is not going to be page 4. It's going to be page, I don't know, what page is this? 8, whatever. So when you duplicate a page, it's not going to go immediately after the one that you duplicated. It's going to go into the order that you need it. And this is why I do it this way. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. So yeah, that is super easy. I think that is everything that you need to know about InDesign. It's pretty easy. It's just about practice and doing it over and over and over again. So I already showed you the guides, I showed you the quality, I showed you how to import an image, duplicate the pages and things like that. And look, I'm already on page 46. And look, it's still the exact same thing. And wait, let me see. Yep, the exact same thing. So that's how I have been, you know, going about my portfolio. It's super easy right now. I'm not worried about making it pretty. I'm just making sure that everything is looking good, and I'm gonna worry about the nice stuff later. So good luck, enjoy your trip, have fun. But this is the easiest way of going about making your portfolio. So I really do hope that this is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Sometimes what's gonna happen is say like this image right here, it's gonna say that the link is missing or something. So that's where these links here, these are all of my images that I've put in so far. So sometimes, you know, you can always Google it. Like if it says that something is missing and you have to like find it and relink it, you can Google how to do that, and it'll be a pretty easy fix. I can't remember at the top of my head how to do that, but everything is pretty straightforward. So good luck with everything, and I'll see you on Tuesday in class. So